Okay, guys, so this is IS number 15, the fourth video. I'm going to start the second activity. So the premise is how many states can you name in 1 minute? We will use this class as a random sample of all Intro to Stats students to estimate a 95% confidence interval for the mean number of states an Intro to Stats student can name in 1 minute. So if we were sitting in class right now, I would be telling you to get out a blank piece of paper and I would be preparing to start my timer. I'd give you 1 minute to write down as many states as you could. At the end of that 1 minute, I would call time. You would count up how many states you were able to name, and then I would collect the data from all of you. Obviously, this is not something that we're able to do with our current setting. So I'm just going to use the data that I did from or that I got from my class last year. So this list right here at the top, this is the numbers of states that my 19 students were able to name in 1 minute. So I am going to move forward with that data. The first question is, what type of data is this? That helps us know how to evaluate it. So the question is categorical or quantitative. Well, is it a number that has a measurement of something in units? The answer is, of course, yes. These are numbers that represent a number of words. So this is a quantitative variable. Whenever we have a quantitative variable, we can look at the means and standard deviations. Whenever we have a categorical variable, remember we don't have mean and standard deviation anymore. Our categorical variables is where we look at proportions. Okay, so when I switch back to a video where I'm actually looking at a printed out copy of the notes, I'll have those things filled in. But for now, I want to come down here to where it says enter the class data at statlet.com. Okay, so I'm just gonna highlight all of those numbers and copy them. I guess I can show you that I'm doing that. Right click and copy. And then I'm gonna come over here to a browser window and just type in stapplet.com. Okay, there's stapplet.com. You can tell that I've already done this to make sure it works because one quantitative variable group is clicked on already. That won't look like that for you. They'll probably all still be blue. But again, we have one variable. It's the number of states that our students can name in 1 minute, and then it's quantitative. So that's the one we're going to click on. We type in our variable name up here. So again, it's number of states Intro to Stats students can name in 1 minute. The label isn't all that important, but I just want to make sure it's clear when I create a graph of this. So then I'm going to copy and paste in here all that data from the handout. And then when I click begin analysis, it gives me some nice information here. I've got my dot plot, and then I've got my summary statistics. So the first thing that our handout asks for us is for the value of n. So we can tell looking back at that stapplet.com n is 19. You could have just counted the values, but it's fine. Or it's fine to just use the summary statistics as well. So n is 19, and then it says x bar is what we want. So we want the sample mean, which of course is also given in the summary statistics, 21.632. All right, 632, there we go. Notice I could also put my label on here. I'm not going to in this case just because I'm limited on space, but the label would be 21.632 words. And then the standard deviation, which I can see is 5.688. I am gonna round this one to 5.69, just to make it a little bit less unwieldy. Okay, so I also would like to look at my dot plot. So I'm just gonna copy and paste this over here. Now the reason for this isn't totally clear, we haven't talked about it yet. Maybe you're thinking as we go along with those conditions. And if you are thinking about those conditions, then you're on the right track. We're gonna have to look at this when we check for the normal condition. Okay, let me find that screenshot I just took so I can put it on in here. All right, let's see if I can get this to work so that it fits in nicely. Okay, I'm gonna make this quite a bit smaller. We don't need it to be that big. That works. There you go. Okay, so I think it fits in nicely with how, yeah, that works. Okay, So there's our dot plot. Looking at the shape is what we're going to do later. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk about the shape right now. It looks to me like it's almost like approximately normal, but then it's got this slight skew to the left. The good news is a slight skew to the left is going to be okay. All right, so I am going to come back with you in the next video on the written handout.